This is the content of presentation. Bioeconomy should contribute to solving the problems that arose before European Union and all over the world. First is to ensure food security, then to manage natural resources sustainably as central for bioeconomy, whose parts are increasingly interlinked. Next is to reduce dependence on non-renewable resources, including replacing fossil fuels, mitigate and adapt to climate change, create jobs and maintain European competitiveness. Steps in this direction, some of them you can see. Current state of bioeconomy in Bulgaria includes bioeconomy sectors in Bulgaria, which employ 413,466 people and generate 3,741 million euro value added and 13,107 million turnover. Presently, the bioeconomy is related to biomass producing sector and the manufacture of food, beverage and tobacco sector. The bio-based chemicals, pharmaceuticals, plastic and rubber are underrepresented. The most developed bioeconomy sector in Bulgaria is bioenergy. This fact is due to a long-standing targeted national policy in support of increasing the use of renewable energy sources, like preferential feed-in tariff, grants, etc. Recently, expert group from Bulgarian Agricultural Academy and Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Forestry presented, finally, the bioeconomy strategy. This strategy includes descriptive analysis, production and distribution of biomass, research capacity, readiness to integrate the bioeconomy into educational, vocational and scientific programs. SWOT analysis present findings and some strategic goals are underlined. First one is sustainable management and development of agriculture, forestry and fisheries for sustainable production and provision of renewable resources. Second is research and innovation, partnership for exchange and transfer of innovations, development of experimental infrastructure and access to it. And third one is improving knowledge and skills. An action plan also have been prepared, which includes 7 impact areas, 22 activities, expected results, indicators, responsible institutions, funding sources, and also areas of synergy with the strategic plan 2021-2027, coupled and sectoral direct payments, interventions in the field of rural development. Most popular non-food bio-based products in Bulgaria includes products based on Bulgarian aromatic plants, essential oils, perfumery, and cosmetics. Official representative of this group of bio-based products is the Bulgarian National Association for Essential Oils, Perfumery and Cosmetics with more than 100 members. Another products include phytopharmacy and also production of biofertilizers from the residues of waste processing, usually by composting the solid residues from anaerobic digestion of animal and plant waste in agriculture. What are main challenges for bioeconomy in Bulgaria? They are similar to those in all over Europe. First is lack of information. Here, common platform is needed, providing information about available raw materials for bioeconomy, both in quantity and at location, biomass, waste, and also information is needed about where and how these products can be used for successful bio-based production technologies markets. Second important challenge is lack of financing. How can we overcome the lack of information? First is to educate participants in the chain through creating collaboration between them, connect farmers producing the raw materials biomass with industry using biomass for its products. Also by providing scientific and financial resources for development of new sources, technologies and markets. Main instruments for this are the dissemination of information and training the farmers and other participants in bio-based production chain through participation in convenient projects, workshops, publications in newsletters, conferences, platforms, networkings, etc. In this sense, a number of projects are running with Bulgarian partners as BioEast, BioStep, Celebio, Enabling, etc. There is also national projects funded by the National Science Program, Healthy Food for a Strong Bioeconomy and Quality of Life of the Ministry of Education and Science. What are main instruments to overcome the lack of financing? Farmers and other stakeholders should be encouraged financially to implement bioeconomy activities and to realize its benefits and potential. It can be done by giving support to small agricultural holdings under the Regional Development Program running between 2014 and 2020 and National Rural Network. New common agricultural policy also must include measures of financial support for bioeconomy players. It should be given also convenient support for bio-based industry. Main instruments to overcome the lack of financing include Rural Development Program for the next planning period and National Rural Program Network. They include also structural funds and also new common agricultural policy for the period 2020-2027. This document must include measures for financial support for bioeconomy play. Here you are some projects in the field of renewable energy sources and bioeconomy with the participation of BGBIOM. As a result of our experience, National Biomass Association was involved in a number of projects focused on the reuse of agricultural waste and residues, like the project INEMAT funded by the 7th Framework Program, and for forest waste and residues like the project Bioenergy for Business and BioRes, both funded through Horizon 2020. Last project with our participation, Project Enabling, intending to develop the potential of bio-based industry, encouraging the creation of efficient and structured biomass supply chains for the production of bio-based products. Thank you for your attention. Here you are some contacts of our organization.